Hi, good people of Mother Earth. This video today is going to be about sun gazing again. Want to know why? Because I think it's extremely important. And now that it's been like a couple months since I've been doing it pretty regularly, like, yeah, consistently, like every day. and and when I say every day, it doesn't mean that I sit down and do a 45-minute session every day, but as much as I can, I let my pupils absorb the sunlight. Anyhow, so there is absolutely like 100% no vision impairment anymore. In fact, if I'm going to say anything about sun gazing, I'm going to say it has improved my vision, like hugely. I mean, when you look at the sun and then you try and look at something right after you've like completely absorbed your pupils, your eyes into looking into the sun, there is going to be a little bit of a interference or whatever of the photons and stuff with what you look at afterward. But I want y'all to know that in my personal experience, like looking at the sun and taking your time, because it ain't no thing like this takes like some wading into the water, you know, like wading into cold water, wading into warm water. You gotta like acclimate your whole not just your eyes but your body, you know, because all these photons are coming into your eyes and there's all this stuff, you know. If I wanted to be scientific about it, I'd be a scientist, but I'm not. I'm into magic. So there's all this magical stuff that happens, and you've got to take your time and ease into it so that you're not overwhelmed. But once you ease into it and get into it, literally, like, I actually weaned myself off caffeine a couple years ago, but every time I drink it nowadays, I'm like, it's a little intense, but I like it. But even now, with doing this sun watching stuff, caffeine's like way too intense for me because I've always got this really wonderful stream of energy, and I like to be in the sun too. But I do advise, because I get sun rashes, like I get heat rashes and stuff from being too overly exposed because I love the sun so much. But I really recommend, I would never recommend sunscreen to anybody. Literally, I think it's poison, but that's up to you guys to decide. And I've never been a big on sunglass wearing. Like, I've just never liked it very much. I do advise that for looking at the sun, but I still advise people to immerse themselves in the sun as neutrally or nakedly as possible. It gives me, from this personal sense, if you want to have like a little bit of a testimonial, this ain't religious. This ain't religion. This ain't religious. This ain't dogma. It's all subjective. But for me, it's like the way that it's changed my life is like a really wonderful sense of energy, and also in this more poetic or sappy terms, as it whatever literary terms, really like a sense of hope and trust in my relationship with the world, which is completely dominated by the sun. And the worldly things, which would just consist of like, you know, rudimentary day-to-day things, all the way to the cosmic experience that I feel like we're all having. But it's something that I highly recommend, and if you haven't done it yet, why not try it at sunset or sunrise, you know, when the sun's quite a bit more mellow, and do it with sunglasses on. But if that's not your thing, just getting rays from the sun in general, you know, get out there with your kids or your dog or yourself to a sunny spot and just absorb. I can't say enough about it. And neither could the people that inspired me to do this, which is YouTubers. Master of Earth. That was my first recommendation. Check out Master of Earth on YouTube. He is the light of my life. And there's a bunch of other people, but I'm gonna end this beautiful, wonderful Happy Hump Day Wednesday in 1st of May with a Much love, guys.